make it yourself soap. Crack filler for walls. The very flames that was used in hell or something. Drip. Epoxy resin. Fill. Let the resin set. Break mold. Break. Yeah. Then enjoy results, or not, will sell she.
Welcome to DIY. Why? Because we're gonna. And today I'm gonna be doing something with resin, which is kind of like sand casting with metal, but to resin. So if this test works, I'm gonna be able to make whatever I like with epoxy resin. That'll be awesome. All I literally need to do is carve it out of soap or candle, anything that melts easy but keeps its shape beforehand. Yeah, we'll be able to make anything with resin. This is gonna be sick if this works. Alright, so the whole idea of this came from sand casting. I've made 2 videos in the past. If you want to check that out, check the link in the description. A card may pop up right now. But yes, this process is getting hard to explain really quickly, so I'm just gonna start now, and you'll get the idea throughout the video on how I do this. So here we have is a tub of soap, which was actually meant to be candle because it was in the candle section, but I didn't read it and I grabbed it out thinking it was candle, but it was soap, and I thought that might work, so we're gonna give it a go for this video. Alright, so first thing first, we cut a section off and we took it out, put it in a pan and let it melt. The whole reason I was melting it first because I wanted it to fit in these containers nicely. I wanted it to take the shape of these containers, and I thought that'd be a nice shape to carve out of. And what I mean about these containers, I mean this container, because it ended up just being enough for this one. I always bring an extra cup or something just to make sure the excess goes in. I do the same with resin. I don't want it just laying around. I do like using every bit. After a little shove, I let it set, and then I gave it another little shove, and then after that we got the clay tools out because we were ready for carving. I decided to use my clay tools because that's what I had laying around and I thought that'd be alright. So when I first started carving, I actually had no idea what I was doing. Like carving, I had no plan. I only had one idea that I really wanted in it, is I wanted to test out what I could do with this technique. So I ended up putting letters on there and stuff, and I decided I wanted to make something for my other half. So I put my first letter of name and then hers with a plus to see if the technique would actually pick up on that and see how it would come through on the resin. Okay, so by the end I ended up with 2 hearts. I made a small one to see how much detail I can get in something really small, but after that we are ready for the next step, which is covering these hearts in hole filler or crack filler. This stuff is used for your walls if you have a crack or hole. You may have seen it before. Right, so the first layer of this was quite important because I wanted it to catch all the details of the letters and stuff. So I mixed the filler with water to make it watery, so it will definitely go into all the cracks and pick up that detail that I really want. It's also a good technique on your actual walls, watering it down, so a good thing to note if it's not going in the cracks properly, water it down. But yes, we carry on. And we just keep putting these layers of filler all around the hearts. Alright, so halfway through I put metal wire around it. This was just to give it strength, and then I filled it with more hole filler, and then I sanded one of the straight sides all the way down to where the soap was. One of these bad boys. Yeah, put it out, baby! Awkward. Anyway, after that we were ready to pour the resin in these lovely big holes. While I was filling these up, I made sure to kind of move them around to get all the edges, kind of like what you do to make like a chocolate egg or something. You get all around the edges. Wanted to make sure I get every single bit of detail. I don't know if that really mattered, but it maybe helped getting the bubbles out as well. So after letting that set, I found out that the little one had a crack in it, so that means the resin fell out of the bottom of it, so it's only half filled. But the big one is perfectly fine, it's still fully filled, nothing came out, so I'm happy about that. At least one worked. Now it's time to take the filler mold off of it and see what we have inside. Oh, and also, with the little one that failed, I am gonna carve it and do something. That's gonna be a whole other video. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and that will pop up very soon. So now, after all that work, we're finally getting to see what all that work went into, and I think it did what I wanted it to do pretty much. So as you can see, the letters actually did come out on it, and it's got a really cool surface on that one clear bit you can see inside of. That's pretty cool. But the thing is, I wasn't done with this yet. I decided to get my power carver out and really clean it up. I want to thank you all so much for making it to the end of this video. I think this experiment worked. I think it came out really good. I needed to make a lot of carving and sanding at the end. It took like 2 hours, but I was really happy with the result and the fact that I could make something like this with soap and wall filler and resin, so it's pretty awesome. So if you like this type of stuff, I've got a really big video coming. I'm going to be making a shed in my garden. I've got a lovely area for it, and it's going to be like my little workshop, and I'm going to do loads of videos up in there. So if you like that, make sure to subscribe, because that will be coming up. It's probably going to be my biggest video. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.